Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Excuse me, ma'am. My name is Syafiqah Salma Attaqiy. The last three digits of my student number are 043. In this video, I would like to present the ICT material about social learning perspective of educational technology. Social media is changing communication between individuals and organizations. People now can enjoy the new type of learning by integrating social media. With the aid of internet, learners can get access to course, instructional materials, and co-learners anytime and anywhere. In this chapter, this article will introduce educational technology from the perspective of social learning and discuss the roles of technology in social learning, describe ways to build and manage learning community, and indicate methods to measure group learning. Let's get started. The definition of social learning. Social learning is a process where individuals learn from each other through social interactions within social networks or communities, resulting in a change in understanding that extends beyond the individual to the broader social context. Social learning was proposed by Bandura, who believed people learn from others through observation, imitation, and modeling. For example, when a child sees another child being punished for stealing, the child is know that stealing is a bad behavior. However, Bandura's definition doesn't emphasize the social context that is often important for learning. There are some benefits of social learning. The first is the social benefits. The first one is contributes to the development of social support system for students. Learners work in groups or communities through social learning, so they could get suggestion and information from others to deal with questions and problems. The next one is helps to build various understanding among learners and instructors. And the last one for social benefit is establish a positive atmosphere for collaboration. The next is psychological benefits. The first one is student-centered instruction increases students' self-esteem. In a social learning setting, instruction is learner-centered. Learners are responsible for conducting inquiries, applying knowledge, and making meaning of a new concept. And the next one is cooperation reduces anxiety. In social learning setting, learners are usually in supportive environments to manage conflict resolution and get help to solve problems. And the last one is develop students' positive attitudes towards teachers. For the academic benefits, their classroom results are improved. Compared with face-to-face teaching, students in social learning deliver more complete reports, make higher quality decisions, and perform better on complex tasks that require groups to generate ideas and solutions. The next one is critical thinking skills are promoted. Students are actively involved in the learning process. And the last one is problem solving techniques are enhanced. The last one of the benefit is assessment benefits. Collaborative teaching techniques utilize a variety of assessment. In social learning settings, the instructor has more chances to interact with students. That's why the instructors can assess students based on the quality of interactions in addition to exams and other artifacts. There are also some features of technology in social learning. The first one is to promote student collaboration and knowledge creation. Collaboration can be thought of as the process of shared creations. With the interactive nature of technology, students can communicate with others conveniently and represent knowledge clearly, which results in students' active and deep engagement in collaboration. And the next one is to enhance students' cognitive performance or foster deep understanding. The next one is to add flexibility of time and space for social learning. And the last one is to promote students' engagement and keep track of students' collaborations. Learning analytics and big data are useful in monitoring learner progress. Many learning platforms can track and analyze the behavior and learning processes to monitor and predict students' achievements and recommend interventions to promote learning. The next slide is building and managing learning communities and groups. Before building a group, it is important to know how to a group develops. Um, there are 5 structured process by Tuckman. There are forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. The critical thing at this stage, at the forming stage, is to let members becoming familiar with each other and their tasks. And the next step is storming. The important things at this stage are listening to others, clarifying ideas, finding solutions, and testing ideas. The next step is norming. The important thing at this stage is group awareness that the group is effective. And the next is performing. Uh, when the group reaches this stage, members are genuinely interdependent and the group has developed a real unity. Group members are highly oriented to tasks. And the last one is adjourning. The important thing at this stage is concluding the achievement, recognizing members' contributions, and giving members the chance to say goodbyes to each other. And then building and managing small groups. In a classroom environments, grouping has multiple possibilities. The person who will decide the grouping, student, teacher, or randomly assigned, depends on the task setting and group characteristics. The ideal size of the group depends on the purpose and content of classroom teaching, but it's generally considered that 4 to 5 people. After a group size is determined, different methods can be applied. Dreyer and Harder 2009 proposed there are 4 methods to build groups in classroom setting. They can choose randomly, or they can choose the member according to scores, according to interests, and according to feelings. After the team has been identified, the role of each team member in accomplishing the task needs to be clarified. Through this clear division of labor, the team can work together to enhance their confidence. In addition, the role of team members can vary depending on their task. And next is building and managing communities. Learning communities provide necessary support for social learning. Learners who interact with others in learning community and group to form social relationships. However, the establishment and management of learning community need time and effort and follow the group development law. There are 4 stages of building and managing learning community. There are introduction, and then involved within the group, and then from primary interact, and the last one is to promote real collaboration. And next is analysis and measure social learning. There are 4 analysis and measure of social learning. The first one is social interaction. Individuals' interaction pattern is an important assessment element of social learning. When people interact with each other, a social network is forming. The social network is a social structure made up of individuals or organizations called nodes, which are tied or connected by one or more specific types of interdependency, such as interaction, friendship, and kinship. The next one is cognitive, and the next one is content analysis. When individuals interact with each other, especially discussing and chatting, the understanding of the content could become deeper within the interaction. The social interaction is usually related to knowledge building. Knowledge building can be considered as a form of deep constructivism by Skardamalia. Skardamalia and Berreiter defined knowledge building as the production and continual improvement of ideas and of value to a community that involves individuals and groups coming to a deeper understanding through interactive querying, discussing, and continuing improvement of ideas. The next one is cognitive task analysis. In addition to analyzing the content to be learned, it is often useful to analyze performing tasks and solve problems related to that content. Cognitive task analysis, or CTA, is a well-established technique for doing such as analysis. CTA makes use of observation, interviews, and talk aloud techniques to extract both explicit and implicit experiences in solving problems and making decisions pertaining to the content to be learned. Common methods used in CDI include collecting preliminary knowledge. One key aspect of a cognitive task analysis is to identify key distinctions and decision points that influence what a problem solver or decision maker does. And the last one is group performance. The traditional assessment methods, such as a final test, submitting artifacts or products, are adopted to analyze the group performance. Through this assessment, we can infer that they know they can do or have accomplished in general. A final test is a traditional method to evaluate knowledge of learners. In the practice situation, making artifacts or products has been the standard assessment method. The steps of product evaluating methods are similar to content analysis. Both of them need to adopt an evaluation scheme. After that, the products should be assessed according to the scheme. I think that's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.